So here's part 3 of it's Blinded by Love. So after all that with the girl that they hooked me up with, she said that that it wasn't her or whatnot. So me still being a sucker. So I'm still not. I'm trusting her, but I'm not trusting her. So I just can't. I can't get comfortable with it no longer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? I'm really thinking we should break up. I think we should go on divorce. She was like, no, I'm done with it. I'm totally done. He done moved away, and he's gone. I promise you, it's over. So I'm like, being a sucker. Like, you know what? Okay. So we kick it for a while. We kicking it, and I didn't want one day. I was at my partner's house, and I get a call from my sister. And my sister boo-hoo crying. Oh, I mean, she in tears, boo-hoo crying. So, I'm like, what's going on? She's like, Mark, I gotta tell you something. I'm like, what's up? She was like, Blase blah slept with Blase blah, my dude. I was like, no. She's like, yes. And so I confront her. And when I confront her, she looks at me with this look in her face like the busted look. So I'm like, are you fucking for real? You did such and such to this dude? She was like, no, I ain't do that. He lying. So I was like, no, why are you saying it? She was like, well, I ain't do nothing with him, but I did let him go down on me. I'm like that was the difference. First of all, this is my partner. Why would you do this to me, in my house like that? Let me back up a little bit. My landlord at the time had told me that several times he had heard people getting it on in my apartment. Me thinking, I confronted her about that at that time. She was like, no, that's just, I was watching porn. That's all it was. But it was probably her getting it in. So I'm hurt. Like I'm saying, I'm hurt because the partner that she messed around with is like my little partner, and I was like his mentor, and kind of like I said, it really hurt. So I was like, you know what? That's it. I'm done. I said, I don't care. I just want the divorce. I want to get this over with. I want to just be done with it. So we go through it. We get the divorce. After we got divorced, it seemed like we got a little bit more, a little closer. We actually started being cool, and everything started to be all right. Until one day, I had a little get together at my spot, and all my people came through, and they bring this new cat through that I never met. So we all kicking it, we drinking, we hanging out. My partner at the time pulled me aside, like, "Hey man, the girl about to bounce with us and go to the telly." I'm like, "But who about to go where?" And he said, "Your ex-wife about to kick it with us." So I hit her like, "What the fuck you mean? You going with this dude?" She was like, "We ain't together." I was like, "But you staying in my house." So I was like, oh. She was like, "That don't mean nothing." I said, "That's it." So I was like, "You know what? You can't. I don't want nothing to do with you." So I kicked her out. I took her and I dropped her off at her people's house, and I was like, "I don't want shit else to do with you ever." So she had to call some people, and they come to my house, or I guess her family. They come there trying to they was gonna come regulate. So when they came to the house, it was just me. I'm like, "Motherfucker." So they was like, "How you gonna do my cousin like this? How you gonna do this?" So I was like, "Listen, your cousin did this, your cousin did that. Your cousin was messing with this, and then she doing it in this house, and I do all this." And they was like, "You know what? We sorry. We ain't mean to come over here to disturb you. We apologize." And so they left. So I finally put her out, and I'm done with her. So now I'm just dating. I'm kicking. I'm like serial dating. Like when when I say serial dating, I was just able, like I didn't have no remorse for nobody, nothing. I just ground and pound, ground and pound, ground and pound. So occasionally, she would call and ask me to come through, and so we can talk and whatnot. She would try to slip me something. I'm like, nah, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. But one night, I was PO'd. I was drunk. I mean, drunk. So she had called on the phone, and she said, "I'm coming through." I was like, "Don't bring your old ass over here, cause I don't want nothing to do with you." So she said, "I'm coming." I was like, "You know what? I ain't letting you in." So, I hang up the phone. Like I said, I'm so PO. I just passed out. Well, next thing I know, I hear my door unlock, and it's her. So she came in, and the dude was done, and like I said, I was so drunk I don't remember like none of it. But I remember her coming in, and I remember her leaving. So after she left, I was like, don't, you can't be coming over here. I'm done. We done. We can't be getting down like that. So I didn't talk to her for a while. Like right by this time, like I said, dude was supposed to be out the picture. So I get a phone call from this old lady looking for her. It was dude's mom calling my house looking for my wife. And I'm like, listen, she don't stay here. Don't call me no more. Why don't you tend to your business? I said, that's, I don't got nothing to do with that. And they was like, well, why don't you leave her alone so they can be together? Because, you be beating on her, you abusing her and all this. I'm like, beating on her? I don't do none of that. What are you talking about? I said, listen, she don't stay no more. Don't call my house no more. So, I confronted her about, like, don't be having people calling my house, telling lies on me, saying that I did something to you when I know I didn't do anything to you. So I stayed away for a while. So one day she's like, I need to talk to you. So I'm like, I try to avoid as much as I can. So I was like, what, let me just go and get it over with. So I go over there, and she hit me with, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, oh, by who? And she's like, by you. I was like, can't be me, because you ain't been doing nothing. I said, we've been trying to get paid with all this time. And all of a sudden you're pregnant after we divorced. Like, no, it ain't happening. So she kept talking, and she like, she boomed break down. Like, I know it's yours. I made a mistake. All this. So me being a sucker, I don't want to, not being a sucker, me being a father, I wanted to take care of, if it's mine, I want to take care of it. So I was like, you know what, come on back home. So I brought her back in. She came on back into the house. So, like I said, dude, there ain't no heard more, no dude, I heard no more about dude or nothing like that. So it's like I guess I'm thinking like maybe maybe she didn't finish dealing with me. So at this time I had like on Welsh runs. My mom, my grandmother has a massive stroke and she passes away. So broken hearted because of that. I mean, I'm toe up, okay. So I'm dealing with that, she being pregnant, and I'm like, I'm working, I'm trying to do everything, I'm trying to do the right thing. I was like, I know I can do that. I'm trying to do the right thing. So she decided that she wanted to go visit her father, who stayed in another state, for a week or so. And I said, okay, cool, go on, we'll do whatever. But call me when you need me. So she go, and she gone. So I used to go and visit my grandmother's grave, like almost every day when she had passed, like every day. But this particular I was just like, something was just bothering me so bad, just bothering me. So I went to the cemetery, and talking to my grandmother, saying, Grandma, something ain't right. Come on, something don't feel right. Tell me what's going on, and cause I feel something is not right. So I say, So after that, I go home. So soon as I walked in my door, my phone rang. It was my ex-wife's stepfather. He's like, man, I gotta tell you something. He said, you too good of a dude. I gotta tell you something. She's like, dude, that's not your baby. I said, what? She's like, no, that's not your baby. She said she's still been messing with dude, even though he's not in the picture, not in the state, but she's still messing with him, talking to him. He said, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but she plans on moving out of state with him tomorrow. I said, what? I was like, no. He's like, no, this is the truth. She about to move out. She about to go be with him. They're going to be a family. So when she come back from out of town that day, and she comes and the first thing I asked her, like, what's up with such and such, saying, hey, about this dude being your baby daddy, and you moving. She's like, oh, that's that. He lying. No, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to work this out with you. I'm trying to do everything I can to be with you. Blah blah blah. I was like, they just kind of sound kind of crazy. So she's like, no, I ain't doing that. So I was like, all right, because I'm already like kind of messed up. So she's like, just don't worry about it. I just need to do a favor. Take me to my mom's house so I can go wash my clothes, and then we'll talk about it tomorrow. So I take her over, drop her over at her mom's house. I go back home. Next morning, before it's time to go, I get a phone call from her. She boo-hoo crying. She's at the airport getting ready to get on the plane to leave to go be with dude. And she said everything that her stepfather told me was the truth. And, she said she didn't want to hurt me, but, she didn't know how to tell me. And she wasn't for sure and all this. So I just, at first I said the stupidest thing like most people in love, that I'm going to kill myself. Then I was like, no, I'm not going to kill myself. You ain't worth dying for. You know what? I wish you the best. Peace out. So, so she boo-hoo crying, I'm crying, that, like I said, I'm just distraught at this time. I'm distraught. So, she gone, move on, and years and years and years and years go by, and she comes back to where we're staying at. And she tells me, after her and the dude got married and divorced, broke up, and had more kids together. She couldn't tell me that the kid that she said was mine was supposed to be mine. So I'm like, nah, I don't believe that, because if it was mine, why did you do all this? She's like, no, it's yours, and this and that. I'm not gonna finish this story unless I got 100 people that viewed this, because it's a deep twist to it. If you want to hear it, please like and subscribe, and let me get 100 views, and I'll tell you the end of the story. Until then, later.